Hey, magic makers. Welcome to another Magic on Monday session. As I described to us last week, described to you, we're going to do a weekly video that's going to give the group a focus, a prompt, an invitation, an instigation every Monday. And this week, I'm thinking about healing. I'm thinking about heal. I'm thinking about a word that heals. In part, it's because I have some crazy old neck and shoulder thing that's decided to reappear, and I am feeling like I need to do some extra healing for myself. So that's so much of where the magic comes from, right? We look to what we're dealing with in our bodies. We look to what we're thinking about. We look to how we're feeling, and we look to the world around us. So in this quest to find a word that heals, to fully inhabit the magic of the word heal, let's think a little bit about what it means. The word is originally comes from the Old Norse and the Old Saxon. So it's been a word that's been banging around the island of England for thousands of years. And it doesn't have anything to do with curing. It doesn't have anything to do with even a medical model. What it's really about is the sense of to make whole again. To heal is to make whole again. So this week, on your quest for magic, how are you looking and hoping and needing to be made whole again, personally? And of course, all of our work that we do for ourselves, that we do internally, is always in service to the greater good, in service to the people around us, in service to those who are touched by our creative magic, in service to those for whom we work, in service to the collective that so desperately needs to be healed right now, right? How will you help to make yourself and the collective whole again? The other piece that I want to throw into our cauldron, is the definition that I use of healing that I got from my healing school and mystery school teacher, Eleonora Mendelara. And that is, to heal someone is to facilitate their awakening. So we can play with these ideas of awakening and wholeness. Isn't that a quest that so many of us are on? So when healing perhaps feels maybe too abstract, or maybe like we need something to wrap around that, because especially if we're thinking about a physical issue that may feel really intractable, right? Whether it's because you've got some sort of injury or you're dealing with a long-term condition, that we're working in the age of COVID still, and healing seems really outside of our grasp in so many cases. What if you can focus on awakening and making whole? That may change your entire definition of what it means to be healed. It may not necessarily mean that you go back to feeling like you did at 20. It may not mean that everything's all better, but it may mean that in an awakened sense of wholeness, you're able to meet life in a more full and embodied way that doesn't require living absolutely without pain or saying that there are no problems here. Because pain and problems are part of the human condition, no matter how magical our lives are. The magic is in that sense of saying, yes, this is the reality in which I live, and some of it's really hard, and it hurts, and it seems intractable. And yet, there is a bigger vision. There is more around us. There is a universe conspiring on our behalf to help us feel whole, to awaken, to be healed, to be an agent of healing, to find and inhabit a word that heals this week, or an entire story that heals. However far you want to go, by all means, you know that I support that fully. And do remember, we have a ways to go until the next Magic Words Challenge comes. I haven't yet announced the dates for later in 2020, but there's always the Sovereign Writer Circle where we meet every week to write. We're having a writing, coaching, and story healing call today. And there's also one-on-one work with me, either with the tarot cards or as your writing coach, ways to help you make your magic manifest and make it real so that you can heal the world with your words. Because the people I love to work most with are healers who write and writers who heal and sovereignty seekers and magic makers from all across life. Blessings. I'll see you next week for our next Magic on Monday. And please share your thoughts, share your word that heals, share your stories of healing here in the group. Blessings.